Senator Santorum, according to Google, the Paris terror attacks were the largest story that was searched in 2015, with nearly 1 billion searches of that story worldwide. There have been at least 18 terror attacks so far this year in just January alone in 2016, and it will likely, as we all know, get worse. But what can an American president do to stop these terrifying killings?
Thank you for the question, Martha. We have to have an honest discussion with the American people about the nature of the threat that we confront. This president says that ISIS has nothing to do with Islam, and as a result has put together a strategy that doesn't take care of what the reality is, which is ISIS has established a caliphate. A caliphate is like a kingdom ruled by a caliphate is ruled by a caliph. A kingdom is ruled by a king. Only the difference is a caliphate is also a religious title, and it is both a religious call to help this state as well as to make the state stronger. The reality is that ISIS has established a caliphate and is using that to attract people around the globe to follow them as the leaders of the Sunni world. And you say, well, how do we stop them from following them? Well, to be a legitimate caliphate, you have to control land and operate a state under Sharia law. If you don't do that, you cannot call for that support. And so the answer is we must take their land and make them illegitimate in the eyes of the Muslim world. So I would put troops on the ground and take the land back from Iraq and return it to its rightful ownership in Iraq. That would delegitimize them.
Ms. Fiorina, same topic. The president says that many are exaggerating the threat from ISIS. To quote him, this is not World War III, and they do not pose a threat to our national existence. Does he have a point? Does ISIS threaten our ability to survive as a nation?
Well, let me tell you this. Newsflash, President Obama. Newsflash, Mrs. Clinton. Climate change is not our most pressing national security threat. Actually, it is ISIS, followed closely by Iran, and those two things are linked, so that when our president cozies up to Iran, all of our allies in the Middle East who are ready to help us defeat ISIS wonder whose side we're on, and the truth is, under this president, we are on Iran's side, not our allies who would help us defeat ISIS. You know, one of the things we have to start with is understanding that we must stand up to adversaries. So Hillary Clinton famously asked, what difference does it make how 4 Americans died in Benghazi? This is the difference it makes, Mrs. Clinton. When terrorists purposefully attack an American embassy and kill 4 Americans, including an ambassador, and the next morning you get up and you lie about a videotape that doesn't represent our values, instead of saying the United States of America was purposefully attacked by terrorists and we will seek retribution, then you are saying to every adversary and every terrorist organization on the planet, it's open season. That, Mrs. Clinton, is what difference it makes.
Thank you.